What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Mob Podcast. Before we get started, I do want to say that this is a major spoiler alert. I have a feeling that more than our typical audience might see this because it's a very hot topic right now. Superman.
Yeah.
Spoilers. If you don't want to see spoilers, turn off the video.
Yeah, f*** off.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Joining me in studio, as always, is Mr. Matt Samson.
What's going on, man?
And live from Metropolis, right outside the Daily Planet, is RJ Curreri. RJ, thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you reporting live. So this past weekend,
Yep,
we went to the movies.
it was nice, Nick. I had a nice time.
I had a good time as
It
well.
was fun.
The only thing that would have made it better is if RJ was there with us.
I was gonna say we had Christian, me, you, Jacob. It was a good crew, but we were missing one.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Christian was there too?
And Jacob, bro.
Yep.
Oh,
Beansy,
awesome.
Beansy
That's
sat right next
when
to
I
me.
saw the picture on Instagram, I said, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
You like that?
Yeah, it was a nice time at the theater. Nice
Yeah,
Sunday
that was
night.
great.
Yeah, originally
Where'd
I
you
was
guys go?
Oh, AMC Liberty Tree.
We did AMC. I got a free Coke. It was a good.
You
time.
go IMAX or what'd you do?
No, we did regular. We
We
raw
did
dogged
regular.
it.
Now, I will say, before we get into the actual film itself, that one of the things that aggravated me, and I don't know if it aggravated you,
I'm sure it did.
the screen in the movie theater,
Yeah,
ultra wide.
You said this.
I said this in the theater. I go, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What, do we cheap out on the screen in the movie theater, ultra wide? The image didn't fill up the screen. There were bars of nothing. Like the projector wasn't the right
It's
size.
bullshit.
It was annoying.
Well, yeah, it's not because
Yeah,
of
no,
the IMAX aspect
yeah, it was
ratio,
stupid.
probably.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Why do they make screens look like that then? Like what? It's not like you can't tout that you have this big screen if it's only going to be projected on the middle section. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
Like I'd rather it just
Yeah.
go,
No, I know
either
what you
make an
mean.
IMAX or release the film in two different formats. I don't know.
It's a little
Anyway, went to the theater. Let's talk about, we'll put chapter markers down below. We do like to have conversations
like
about
that.
certain things. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And one of the things that I was really a fan of, now I will say most of the trailers, streaming at max.
ass.
At maximum, I would say most of the trailers meant absolutely nothing to me whatsoever. Matt, how did you feel about the
I
trailers?
thought all the trailers except one sucked dick, to be honest with you, Nick. I mean, I don't think I'd pay money to see any of those movies. Not only would I not pay money, I don't think I'd waste 2 hours of my time to see any of those besides one I think that we'll talk about.
Now, a few weeks ago, you were off. You were working, and RJ and I
Sure.
talked about that Austin Butler movie we saw the trailer for. In the
I like
theater.
Zoe Kravitz.
Personally, I think that looked like the best one out of the movies besides the best one. Do you know what I'm saying?
I would probably watch that if we were like hanging out at RJ's house or some
okay.
shit and we
All
were
right.
bored.
Yeah, you're right. I probably wouldn't go to the theater for it. And then there's
Yeah.
RJ, what in Metropolis, what previews played prior to watching Superman?
I honestly don't know.
Good.
I don't remember.
That's helpful. That's great.
Wait,
but that speaks
did
to it,
Caught
you know.
Stealing
Let's
play?
yeah, we can shut RJ off. I'm just kidding. What?
I was talking to Max the whole time, other than the Odyssey trailer.
Max.
So.
And I know.
Yeah. Did they play the Austin Butler, the Caught Stealing trailer?
Yeah,
they might have
they
played
play-
it.
we went.
Oh.
So we had a 4 o'clock. What was it? 4
4
o'clock.
o'clock.
Right. So we of course we all got there like 3:20. You know what I
A
mean?
little early.
So we went
Oh,
in.
Get
Dude.
settled in.
We watched everything. Like we watched the
Yeah,
whole.
you got 2 hours before that. thing
Yeah, and we
starts.
got
Yeah.
great seats.
Thank you.
H 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
that was me.
I loved it. I got
I think my trailers were probably different because I saw it in IMAX, so they probably, marketed it towards IMAX movies. But
Yeah, maybe that's fair. But one trailer that really stood out to all of us across the entire country, from Metropolis over here to Massachusetts, was Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, and I got to tell you, I loved it. I was very excited for it. I thought it looked
Just enough.
fantastic. I thought it was a beautiful little, hey, look what's coming up. What did you think, Matt?
mhm.
Nick, when we went to the theater Sunday night, all right, we saw we saw Superman, James Gunn suit for 2 hours and 9 minutes. That was the runtime.
Is that how long that fucking
It was
movie
2 hours and 9 minutes. There
Okay.
was about a 20-second teaser for the Odyssey. And let me tell you, my takeaway when we stepped out into
What
the
was your
parking
takeaway?
lot
Give me a takeaway.
was the best thing I saw this night was that fucking Odyssey trailer. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, that got me fully erect, Nick. That was unbelievable.
I could see it from my seat.
It was. Let me tell you,
I was 2 seats away from you, and I could see
I haven't
every
felt-
inch.
I haven't felt. I was feeling things I haven't felt in years. It was unbelievable. No, that was, and listen, it wasn't. RJ put it perfectly. It was like just enough. I'm just enough to get you going.
Yeah, that's kind of what I live by. Is I'm just enough.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Just a tip. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
no, it was because it
there it
didn't
is.
reveal anything, but you got a feel for the movie.
Right.
And you could tell, you're like, this is going to be some fucking sick shit. You got John Bernthal. Oh, some say he's in prison. Some say he's, Tom Holland's crying. You
Yeah.
got some dudes on. It was just sick. It's Nolan. It's big names. It's stars. It's going to be the summer block. This is going to be Oppenheimer Part 2 is what this is going to be. I can't fucking wait.
I love the amount of practicality. I mean, you can just tell, and this is one of the gripes that I have with the Superman thing, but we'll get into that obviously in a minute. But I will say with regard to the Odyssey trailer that, the camera opens and in the cave with the little figure in there.
Yeah.
And you can tell that the camera's in a cave. It's not blue screen. It's not
Practical.
CG.
Yeah.
They're over there in a cave. You know what I mean?
That's why you love Nolan.
And it looks like that. I thought it looked really, really cool. Like it's like someone took a camera through Greece.
The opposite of Superman,
Right. RJ, how did you feel about this 20-second teaser?
I thought it was great. I echoing the same thoughts there. I think visually it was amazing. And seeing it in IMAX, like the full frame with like just that one shot of like the horses running across the beach and stuff. It looks awesome. And obviously they're still shooting it. So it's kind of, it wasn't going to be too thorough in general. So I think it was just enough. I don't need to see another trailer.
Yeah,
It's just awesome. I love the like 1 year buildup. You know what I'm saying? They did it with Oppenheimer. I like that 1 year from now. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm gonna say this, and I know it's wrong because they have a tendency to not Christopher Nolan, I'm saying the marketing teams and the studios and stuff.
Mhm.
They have a tendency to overdo it. They're gonna reveal and release, and there's gonna be a 3.5-minute trailer, and there's gonna, you know what I mean? I don't need to see any of that. I don't need to see any of that. I'm sold. I was sold when I heard he was doing it, but then after seeing that trailer, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Oh, it's perfect. It gives you a feel.
We heard our boy too at the beginning, Robbie Pattinson, doing the voiceover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it cuts to John Bernthal doing the thing at the table.
Dude, I was sick.
Mhm.
That was cool.
The stacked cast,
Stacked, dude.
best of the best.
It's Nolan, dude. He always brings the big names, the stars.
Yeah, but it's not. But you know what though? It's not just the big names and stars. The story's always good.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Always worth watching.
Epic.
He's never let down before, and I don't think that I think he really gives a shit about making a good movie, and that's what's so impressive to me about Nolan is he cares so much on every level, and then he'll sprinkle stars in. Not only that are stars that will attract viewers. Like he cares about the roles that they're in. Do you know what I'm saying?
He loves the game. You know what I mean?
He's all about it.
Yeah.
Eats, sleeps, breathes cinema.
He's the best, man.
It's very, very cool to see because it's like some people will put a bullshit story together and then they put stars on top to see if it'll make money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Every single level, story, casting, locations, practical effects, everything is attention to detail. This is how we're doing this. No arguments. Let's get it done. We're going to make the best fucking movie ever.
And it shows.
That's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
And I got all of that from a 20-second
it's true.
fucking teaser trailer.
He is the number one right now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's number one right now.
By stark contrast, why don't we dive into Superman? Okay.
Let's do it.
I made a pros and cons list.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I did too.
Really?
Yeah, I did too. I got one too.
So I think it would be good to start with pros.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah.
You know, things we liked about it.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not even kidding. And here's the thing. You got to take each thing on its individual level, okay? So David Corenswet did not write the script for the film. And I think that based on what he was given, the task he was given, and the script he was given, I think he looked great. I thought he did a great job. I'm not going to lie.
Agreed.
I thought David Corenswet was awesome. I called this way back when we were talking about who's the next James Bond, and then we said who's going to be the next Superman. It's like Movie Mob episode fucking 28 or some shit.
We're talking about the show
way long time ago. And I was, creaming my jeans over David Corenswet. I'm like, this kid's going to be the next.
I remember.
He's going to be a superstar. He's got to be the next Superman. I thought he did great for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
For what it was. The other thing, and I have two pros here. So that was the first pro.
Oh, wow.
I love David. And I thought that he did really well. David looks great. And the second one is gives middle America vibes, which I thought it's very Superman-esque.
Yeah, they put the parents on pretty thick with the middle America.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. RJ, why don't you go over your pros? We'll go this. RJ,
I like
and then
that. I
we'll
like
go-
that. Yeah.
Give you a minute to think.
Yeah,
up
thanks,
here.
man.
Well, I'll start with you. I totally agree. I think casting across the board was pretty perfect. I don't think
I
there
would
was
agree.
a bad casting. I think everyone brought it performance-wise, especially Lex Luthor. I think Nicholas Hoult was the standout for me.
Okay, so I was
Agreed.
gonna say, I'm sorry, because you know I'm obsessed with David. I will agree with you 100%
Sure.
that I was nervous about
No.
Lex. I was nervous about Nicholas Hoult, you know, in the Nosferatu thing, and then now he's gonna be Lex Luthor. What's it? Jesse Eisenberg was Lex
before.
Luthor.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that Lex Luthor personally.
Yeah, I think a lot of
I don't
people
need the
weren't.
long hair, douchey social network Lex Luthor. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with Jesse Eisenberg. You know, he's a great actor. But I'm saying Nicholas Hoult for this comic booky kind of angry, young, you know, if he had hair, I'll put it this way. If he had hair, it would have been blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was
giving
very-
me Les Grossman vibes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I liked him. I thought he was great. Go ahead, RJ. I'm sorry. Yes, Lex was also good.
No, yeah, Lex on Jimmy Olsen I thought was good too. Yeah, I thought I liked Mr. Terrific as well. I think next to that, I thought the world building was very good. Now that's
Did
also
you?
kind of also a con for me. It's a double-edged sword.
Give me
Because I
both
thought
edges.
they did a good job setting up the world and all the heroes and stuff, but I also think it kind of negatively affected the story and the focus a bit. We can talk about that. I thought that was good. I liked like the little opening crawl in the beginning. Then I'd say third, Superman's attitude, like the Boy Scout kind of
Sure.
for good thing. I thought they did a great job bringing that back. Because I think the bottom line is like, Matt and I, we're not shy about, we love Man of Steel.
Yep.
But if we're being honest, Man of Steel was very
Dark.
different from what Superman typically is, right?
Yes.
If you look at the comics or the
Snyder.
1978 movie, like he is way more smiles and positive about the world. So I think they nailed that. And we can get deeper into it, but I thought Corenswet nailed that as well. He had a great smile. There were a lot of good moments with that. So I was a fan
Cool.
of that.
Yeah.
Are those all your pros? And it's fine if
Yeah,
it is. I
those
just
are
want
my
to make sure
top
we hit
three.
Matt's. Okay, Matt, what do you got for pros?
I'll give 3. Honestly, my first 2 were like exactly what RJ said. My biggest takeaway was Lex Luthor.
Really?
I thought his performance, Cornswet was solid, but I thought Lex, if you asked me who was the best, I would say Nicholas Holt's performance as Lex Luthor, especially coming off like Eisenberg. I thought Eisenberg's performance was, I don't know, I thought it was kind of trash. I didn't really care for that take on the character. I thought Lex was awesome in this movie. Holt was great. I loved when he like knocked over the cups and shit. He goes, "Hey, pick it up." You know, he's just a dick. You know what I mean?
He was kind of just a douche.
Yeah, but
Like,
no, he did it great, and he's like just upset. He just hates Superman. He's just obsessed with like.
I like that Lex himself is such a weak, and I'm all due respect to Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean physically.
Yeah, no, he's
stature-wise.
all brain.
like
you know?
he's all brain.
Yeah.
and David Corenswet is
all brawn.
all
Yeah,
brawn.
that was the whole
I
thing.
mean, he's all like muscles.
Yeah, brain over
okay?
brawn. So yeah,
I like
no,
that. Go ahead.
no, and honestly, my second takeaway, I was a big fan of Mr. Terrific.
Hmm.
I didn't even,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that was a character. I had never heard of him.
Yeah, nobody had. Yeah, it was good. Though.
Oh, but I thought it was cool. I
Well,
thought
that's
he,
what Gunn does.
I
I
was
thought he was
gonna
a
say.
cool number 2. I liked the guy who played him. I thought he had a cool swagger.
Mhm.
Like one of my probably my favorite action sequence was it was very reminiscent of when Yondu, whatever his name, the blue guy in Guardians comes in with an
Yondu.
arrow and like takes out everybody
Yeah.
with
Yes.
his arrow in the first Guardian. Like when he came in with Lois Lane in like the little military camp, and his balls just took out. His little balls took out like all the people. It was though, and then
Yeah.
he was, and the music was playing, and he just
Wait.
had the swagger. He had aura, you know.
Hmm.
Matt, I'm curious you haven't mentioned Hawk Girl.
Yeah, no, I liked Hawk Girl, but she just wasn't in it a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. But she seemed right up your
No,
alley.
I did like Hawk
She
Girl.
was a crazy one.
Yeah.
I like when she's like, "Oh, I'm not Superman." She like drops his ass.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
like Hawk Girl.
It was good.
I like Hawk Girl. She wasn't in a lot, but I wouldn't mind a little more Hawk Girl in the next movie.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with you, she's a
Okay.
little crazy. She's a
Okay.
little, low attitude to her, which I like. And I think my third was it's like a really small thing, but
Go ahead.
I like when they do like in Spider-Man. I love when they go to the Daily Planet or like whatever the newspaper.
Yeah.
Like the report. Like I love all that shit in like the newsroom, like Jimmy and like, oh, we got to get the story. Like
Who's the guy with the cigar?
he's in
I know he's in a lot of
Curreri,
stuff, but what's his
Curreri
name
White.
in the movie? No,
I don't
the
know.
character's
What's the
name. Yeah.
The actor's name?
The character's name.
I have no idea his
Harry
character.
White.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mr. White.
Yeah, like I love all that shit. The Wire. He's in The Wire.
I nudged Beansy during the movie. I nudged him. I go, that's me. With the
Yeah.
cigar, I go, me.
No, that guy. No, that
Not
guy's
in it
awesome.
enough.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in it enough. Like
Right.
I was getting J.K. Simmons vibes from the dude in Spider-Man.
A bit, yeah,
Yeah, he should have been in it a little
bit.
more. So I like all that shit. Because Man of Steel, they had that stuff, but I didn't think it was as good as this movie in terms of like.
So
but-
here's the thing. Before I get into cons, I want to make sure that we're talking about a couple different things here. I say this all the time. If you made a Superman movie, if RJ made a Superman movie, and then I made a Superman movie, came back, they'd be 3 different films, right? We cannot compare. I don't like comparing artists with their, like I'm not going to compare Man of Steel to this film because they're made by different people.
Yep.
If this was a Zack Snyder film, we'd be sitting here going, "What the fuck? What is he? What?
Yeah,
the fuck?"
no jokes.
Just completely different. It'd
No
be
color.
completely different, right? No
Yeah.
color, very dark, no trunks. I
No
love the
jokes.
trunks.
Yeah.
We're also dealing with, and we have to keep in mind, we're dealing with a character that's literally been around for 90 something years. 1934, I think, is the first issue of Superman. Okay. And the problem with that is that everything else besides Superman in the last 90 something years has changed dramatically. So, like, you have this guy who's got super strength, the only thing that can stop this guy is kryptonite. And then you drop him in 2025, where you get people that can clone people and everything else. So, what was the technology that they were dealing with in the 1930s? Personally, I think it would be good to have like maybe a 1930s, 40s, or 50s setting for Superman. It would make me believe it a lot more because there wouldn't be nearly as much technology. Like the fact that people didn't see, again, spoilers, one of the things that annoyed me in this was like when they open up that portal, the fact that people didn't leave the city and didn't know anything about it until it was like right there in the city. It's a little like, what if I don't understand. But I don't want to compare this to Man of Steel because I think Henry Cavill did a great job, but it was a different Superman. It was an adult Superman, very dark, more of a take on it as if Superman was really, really showed up in the world of that we live in.
Yeah.
And I don't mind a Superman movie or any superhero movie. Like Batman does this really well, I would say, with regard to like RJ was talking about world building. I think Batman does it really well where you're in Gotham.
The Batman did great world building.
They do it well. And this kind of felt like they were trying to, like, I think because of Man of Steel, I'll say, I think that we have this look of Superman like it's supposed to take place in our world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It takes place in fucking Metropolis.
Yeah, in a superhero world.
Right. Exactly. Superhero world. There's also people that are saying online, and I just want to like get all the bullshit, tick all the boxes before we jump into this stuff. There's also people saying online that like Lex's invasion of the things like an Israel-Palestine, but the script was written before the October 7th thing. Obviously, Israel-Palestine's been going on for a long time. But
if anything, it was probably more of a rush to.
Sure, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think this movie was as woke as people are saying it was intentionally.
No
okay,
way. Yeah.
It wasn't like Lois is like a clear winner. Whatever. I just feel like people are overdoing it with the analyzation of the film. Like it's a fucking Superman movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, some people look into it a little too much.
Right.
You know.
That being said, as a filmmaker, I have issues with the film itself that have nothing to do with like politics
me
or
too.
any of this other shit. So I'd love to jump into some of these cons if that's all right.
Yeah,
with
listen,
you.
that's what I'm here for.
My biggest claim that we can start with, and you guys can dispute it or add your own vibes.
Oh, here we go. I like this.
The story felt, one, it didn't make sense, and part B, it was a little rushed to me. It felt like it used to be a 3.5-hour movie that they cut down to 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah.
RJ, you want to start with RJ?
Oh, sure.
How'd you feel, RJ?
Well, I will say to that point, I would say did feel like there were a lot of scenes there where I wanted it to like breathe, and it wouldn't. The one scene in particular where I felt that way was when he's sitting there on the ranch with his dad, and his dad gives that like very like heartfelt speech to him, and then boom, we're done. Like the mom opens the door and we're into the next scene. Like a scene like that is where I think Man of Steel hits way better because they really like let that breathe, the relationship with Jonathan Kent. So I think it's in moments like these I would agree with you, Nick. And I think it has to do with how many characters and stuff were put into this movie.
Yeah, Matt, what did you think about me saying that the story felt rushed?
I agree. I don't know if it was, on purpose by Gunn. He just kind of wanted it to go,
Can I give you an example? I'm going to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no, go for it.
Okay. You know when you watch Peacemaker, right?
Great show.
I hadn't watched it. RJ said, "Oh, you should watch it. You'd like it."
Yeah.
I loved it. I binged it.
Awesome.
You know, at the beginning of episode, anything other than the first episode, they do a recap.
Mm.
This felt to me, I'm not kidding, like a 2-hour recap, and I was ready to jump into it. Like everything was like very, here we go. There's this, there's this, there's this, and there's these characters in this, and like just what you missed last week is let's catch you up to this, and then nothing. You know what I'm saying? Do you disagree?
It was very animated series vibe.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It might have been on purpose. I don't know.
I don't either.
What I would have preferred, to be honest with you, we talk about like the story. I kind of Man of Steel. I could have would have preferred like an origin story.
So you say this, but do I need to see a baby crash land?
Well,
and
no,
be
not
picked up by the whatever. Do you know
not
what I'm
necessarily,
saying?
but like he's already like with Lois Lane. You know what I mean? It's already.
Well, we said this as we were leaving the theater. And like.
Because those are generally the best movies, the origin story movies.
I don't disagree with you. I think it could have worked because we have a new Superman.
Yeah.
My issue with that is everybody knows Superman's origin story.
Well, give us a new take. It's James. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. But do we? And I don't know if we need the initial origin story. But again, opening up, and RJ, I want to jump in here too. I'm sorry, I got a lot to say about this movie because I'm not a superhero guy. Like comic book movies don't really do it for me. But I went and watched it honestly with an open mind. I was ready to
optimistic.
Yeah. Like I was excited for this film, for a multitude of reasons.
Oh.
But like I was excited for this film, and it just kind of let me down a little bit,
just a tad,
a little bit, because it wasn't exactly a kids movie. There's a little bit of death and whatever, but it just felt like
the James Gunn movie.
Yeah, I know, RJ. I know, and
That's
people.
the thing.
I feel like people keep saying that it's a James Gunn movie, and that should just like write off the bullshit that's in the film. But like that, just because somebody's famous and has, my biggest gripe with Hollywood is they overspend on all this stuff, and they have these huge. But like, I would have preferred just a regular Superman movie. I feel like this is the other thing. I loved the characters, but I felt there were too many of them.
That's fair.
I would agree.
I liked the Green Lantern. What the fuck with that haircut? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Gunn's a little
in
goofy.
the cartoon? In the cartoon growing up, he's like this suave, bulky, black, like Idris Elba. How you doing?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Then you get this schmo with the.
He does look like a schmuck.
Like he's a little like meh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blonde with the huge bangs. Like like what are we doing? I just didn't get it very much.
You're talking about Hal Jordan. He's a different Green Lantern. He's good.
Listen, I liked the character, and the best line in the film.
Oh, it was at the end of the movie.
Was at the end of the movie when he said, "Oh, that's a cool name," and he looks, he goes, "You're in."
That was the best line. That was the most I laughed.
It was the best line in the whole movie, and I actually audibly laughed. Now, Jacob actually, but
poor Jacob, bro.
Poor Jacob happened to be sitting next to a gentleman.
Commentated the whole movie.
Commentating,
it was awesome.
laughing
literally
out
2
loud.
hours. Every line he'd have a comment for. He goes, "That was a great line."
He was a James Gunn plant. In my opinion, he was a James Gunn
Jacob
plant.
was so. Every time you look, is he fucking serious?
Jacob could not have been more aggravated throughout the entire film. He's sitting there going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
I thought it was so funny.
It was funny.
I got a chuckle out of the Peacemaker cameo too.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
So I did too. I gave him a little, "Hey, you doing?"
Yeah, there he is.
Speaking of Peacemaker, I feel like we can move on to this topic. I don't think, honestly, I don't think James Gunn was the right pick to make this movie. James Gunn makes the funny Peacemakery
Guardians.
But here's the other thing: when every character, you're telling me every superhero character in this film sounded and had the same sense of humor as Peacemaker, in my opinion. It was
everyone's
douchey,
funny.
everybody, but everybody was sarcastic. Everybody was like quick-witted. Everybody had a comment. There was I didn't give a shit about really anybody, I would say. Like there was no one who I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
be
true.
nice to him, or like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
it like Peacemaker is Peacemaker. And if you watch that show, you'll see that Peacemaker's a douche, and everyone around him is like, fuck, this guy's a douche.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny. They call him out, but they
It's
need
also
him.
rated R too, so he can lean into that way more.
Sure. Well, this is the
Yeah.
thing. This movie felt very surface level because you couldn't dig any deeper into anything, which was very annoying to me. And it was difficult to keep track of it. The title of the film is it Superman?
Yeah. Isn't
Okay,
it? I think
because
so.
it could have been called Mr. Terrific. It
Oh,
could
I
have
like
been
Mr.
called Super Dog. It could have been
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Lois. It could have been called a whole bunch of different things, and played the same film. And I wouldn't have been like, oh, that should have been called Superman.
Do you
The
know,
fucking guy's in jail half the movie.
do you know what my biggest problem with? Because Nick, you're kind of leaning into this right now. My
Go.
biggest problem with the movie is Superman. He's a bitch in the movie. Basically, the whole movie he's getting his ass kicked. It was a very catabolic The entire movie. It's at the end of
I
the
feel
movie.
like this is why people think it's woke. Go ahead.
His
go,
clone
go.
is bashing in his face.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, like bashing in his, and I'm just thinking to myself, this guy's getting his ass kicked. He hasn't done anything. All he did is stopped a few buildings from falling down. The whole movie, he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He's getting his face beat in. Green Lantern saves the day. This guy is catabolic.
Or Mr. Terrific shows up with his balls and he saves the day.
Superman didn't have a moment. You know, there was not like one, like Captain
great
America,
point, Matt.
the first Avenger, Captain America. He has a great moment at the end of the movie where he saves the ship into the, like, wow. You know, Batman has his moment. He saves the city, drops the, Superman never had his moment.
Well, this is what I'm
You
saying.
know?
And it felt convoluted. It felt like surface level and tropey. And I'm not saying
Like, did
it
he save the
necessarily
day?
was.
Like, it didn't feel like he saved
it
the
didn't
day.
feel like he saved
No,
the fucking day.
It did not.
You know, it like, and again, I said this from the trailer, and it turned out I was correct, and I was still not a fan of it in the film itself. I don't want to see Lois. I want damsel in distress. She can be a strong, independent woman, but she's a woman. And what I mean by that is she's human. And these meta-human things that are running around, let them save the day. Hawk Girl can be the savior. I'm not upset about that, about her being a woman. I'm saying, why do I need Lois driving the giant bubble car thing?
Yeah, that was
Why
crazy.
do I need that?
Yeah.
It was annoying, and it was like, you just do that? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific, who's like this incredicoder, very smart dude, would build a ship that anyone can sit in the driver's seat and drive. It didn't make sense to me. It was like, why though? Why? What are we doing? You know, that was annoying to me. But like, the only reason that this stuff is annoying is not because it's like, I'm not trying to be super right wing with it or anything, or saying women can't save the day. Make a fucking movie about Lois saving the day is my point. Don't call it Superman. Put the guy in jail for half the film and have 5 other superheroes and some lady who's a reporter save the day. It just didn't make sense.
I just would have liked to see Superman like win a fight or like
do
something.
Right. Well, and here's the other thing. So in the earlier on in the film, right, you have what is it?
Like, I don't know. I thought the best sequence too was Mr. Terrific with the balls. His balls.
Well, I think with the Superman,
Go ahead, RJ, I'm
power
sorry,
stuff, I think Gunn said this in interviews going in that he didn't want to make him like overpowered, because an issue in a lot of the movies is like, how can you defeat him? But to me, I agree with you. I think it was done too much to the point where you never felt that he was powerful.
No, I'm like, this guy can be beat.
You
know?
In the your take on him not having like a moment, I would definitely agree. There was never, if I look back at this movie, there's not a particular scene or shot where I'm like, oh damn, like that hit. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, like Superman is supposed to be super. The movie, like I said, could have been called Super Dog.
There's a lot of dog.
There was a lot of dog. Okay, the movie opens, and I thought it was very interesting to start this way with the white, whatever it is, the white snowy
3 years,
Antarctica. And we get this whole thing. I got issues with the
3 centuries. 3
Yeah.
Cute.
It was cute.
Yeah.
And then the boom, and I even like put my hand up. I was like, here we go, boom, you know, right there. And he lands it, and I'm like, okay, so we're starting off with weak Superman, and hopefully this is a gotcha. Like, oh, we think he's weak, but he's coming back.
Yeah.
He never came back. Okay. Then you have him. He gets sent to prison or whatever it is. This pocket universe bullshit.
That was the same thing as it was a lot of Guardian shit. The Guardians did the same
Guardians
thing.
of
The
the
prison,
Galaxy.
everything.
Yeah.
They break out.
It felt like contrived. It felt too easy. Like, of course, Lex Luthor opens up a portal to be like, what? Why? To make Lex go to that level or to have the pocket universe, in my opinion, made him feel less human and more on the level of the superheroes. And it actually made him feel less smart. If he's just a regular human who can outsmart these people and use the government to his advantage and be this evil guy, then it's like, oh, fuck, this is good. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's a good competition between Lex and this guy who is a nice guy, but he's got superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
To have Lex be able to code and open up this thing and rip up through the time portals of the... I was like, okay. It's a little meh to me. It's a little much.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's what RJ said. Like, it's kind of like, or what you said, like, Man of Steel was like Superman and like, humans. This is like a superhero Earth,
Fair.
So
and
that's probably what it is.
That's fair, and I'm okay with it. I can let that slide. But there were just, and I'm not saying that, like, if we're going to buy into Superman having laser beam eyes and being this alien from outer space and all this other stuff, fine. No problem. I'm good with that. I like that he's a little down home country. Here's what I didn't like. Toward the beginning of the film, I forget if it's before or after he goes to jail, they release this monster thing that grows to be 50 feet
Oh,
high.
yeah, the little guy.
Okay. Superman almost breaks down in tears when the thing gets killed. We could have brought it to another animal zoo on a planet far, far away. Luke Skywalker needed a pet. We need to do this and that and the other. No problem. He's a softie. He's against killing things. Fine. The end of the film, super spin and laser beams through 30 fucking guys who all die and hit the ground dead.
I did notice that as well, actually.
So, do you not like killing people, or do
that.
you kill everybody? I
Were those robots or regular dudes? Like,
no, they were
in
regular.
those
They were
suits.
dudes
All
in
right,
suits.
that's contradiction because he annihilated like 40 guys in like
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Super spin.
Yeah.
But that was like probably the one moment where I'm like, oh, he was actually showing off a bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was
I
the
don't
one time.
disagree
Yeah.
with you. It was a complete, stark, utter, whatever word, contrast to everything else for the
That's
last
fair.
2 hours. In the last 9 minutes, he's like, I'll just laser everybody and the movie will be over. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I didn't make any sense. And if you can do that, why are you not using laser beam slicing throughout the entire film?
He didn't
What
use
are we
the beams.
talking
He
about?
could have used the beams more.
He didn't.
He was very
And
cautious
what
about
the
the beams.
fuck? Okay, now this one really fucking got me, and I'd love to hear your takes on this.
Yeah.
And I can't believe this is coming from me. Okay, you'll get this in a second, RJ. Too much blowing. No? Did we use the super air breath a little too much? It saves
classic.
him.
Come
It
on.
saves him from a black hole. He couldn't fly, but he had super air breath in the black hole. A lot of whistling for the dog. There's a lot of throughout
dog.
the whole fucking thing.
A lot of dog.
I think the balance of his powers and what was very off.
Agreed.
There didn't seem to be any consistency with that.
Listen, we're talking about a franchise or an IP or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the character. We're talking about a character who flew in reverse around the world so fast, he reversed the spin of the earth and turned back time in one comic, in one story. This is the guy we're talking about here, Superman. He literally can reverse time by flying around the earth and reverse at super light speed, whatever. So I get it. Like, I get that they're a superpower, but like the guy can technically do anything. Why did we need 5 other superheroes to come in and save him? If not to weaken the allure and the character of Superman. That bugged me. I would fucking love to have a Mr. Terrific film, standalone. Hawk Girl, maybe not.
I like Mr. I think Mr. Terrific, he's a
You know
good
what
number 2. I like Mr. Terrific. He's like
to that point, Nick, I think it's an unfortunate result of the Marvel effect where, when the first Iron Man came out, they didn't like make that movie being, we're going to make 100 movies connected to this. With this one, James Gunn's going into this movie knowing that he's starting off this new cinematic universe. And I feel like he wanted to set that up. Whereas I would have rather, and it's another one of my cons, I would have rather this movie be way more grounded and more focused on Superman.
Agreed.
And especially to your point, Matt, like the Daily Planet stuff was great. And him as Clark was great. And that scene with him and Lois in the apartment, like their chemistry's awesome. Like
Yeah, it was a good
I
scene.
wanted way more of that. I wish the whole movie was that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And like Guy Gardner and those guys could cameo, but like that should have been the main focus.
Yeah, I agree. I think yeah, no, I actually agree with that a lot. I think for, everyone hates Batman v Superman, but I think kind of a good thing it does is it kind of introduces Wonder Woman without like overdoing it, RJ. Like if you remember, like that was actually like sick.
Yeah.
Like it was actually sick. Like she doesn't like kind of take over the movie, but like there's very, very sly kind of like cameos. It was very strategically done.
Yeah.
And it kind of leaves you
And
like,
at the end of the movie, Superman's the one who sacrifices him. Like
yeah. For as bad as like people think that movie is, like I don't know, I kind of like the third act. But yeah, no, this movie, I mean, I don't want to say it was bad because it wasn't, but
It wasn't bad.
I think it could have been better. I think it had a
That's
lot.
what I'm saying.
I think it had a lot. Like it's
I
like
would agree.
It's like you go to a restaurant and you're like, all right, that wasn't better, but like we went out to this nice. I was expecting like the
imagine there's like a new restaurant opening in the North End,
Yeah.
and we're seeing it on Instagram. We're seeing
this
it
is
on
the
X.
place.
We're seeing it on Facebook. They're advertising. People are going, I can't believe they're opening this. I love this restaurant. You go, and it's like pasta with butter.
Yeah, it's like
You go, okay.
I like it, but
They give you bread. That was nice.
Yeah.
They filled your water.
Yeah.
And you would have had the same fucking experience at the Olive Garden. You know what I'm saying?
It had more.
All right.
I had more potential, I think.
Here's another thing. I just felt like there were so many character contradictions throughout the whole thing. I don't like a bitchy Lois either. And I know that this is going to sound misogynistic and everything else, but I'm talking about within the realm of Superman, okay? In Superman, Lois, and I like that she kind of calls him out on some stuff, but there was no like he's I love you, Lois, and there's like the battle going. He doesn't help. Why are you not helping? You're fucking Superman. I thought you would be compelled to save people, and he's like, oh, they've got it, but he's like being depressed little wimpy bitch boy. I wasn't a fan of that. I'm serious. I thought it was a little like, okay. Contradiction wise, you have
he was in a pouty mood that night.
Well, in the very opening fucking scene in the Fortress of Solitude, you got Gary. I'm sorry, 4. You have number 4 there.
Number 4.
Who's saying, well, I would appreciate it if you said thank you, but I can't. He's given some fucking sarcastic, thing about how he has no emotion or anything like that.
C-3PO or whatever.
By the end of the film, he's like heartbroken and upset that he doesn't have a real name. I thought you were a fucking robot who didn't feel emotion. Like, it really is. It matters. It's little things like that where I'm like, would that have changed the story? Did we need that extra like little joke in there? Like, did we need that? I don't get it. Like because it kind of ruins the character. If you have Superman who can use laser eyes and kill 30 people in a literal split second, I think it was like maybe 5 seconds maximum. He spins up in the air and kills 30 fucking people.
Yeah, everyone's gone.
And then they show the ground and everybody lands on the ground. The previous 2 hours to those 5 seconds of killing were, no, please don't shoot Ali.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I just didn't get it.
Yeah,
like I was like, is he okay with killing people? Is he not okay with killing people? I get that some people will be like, well, that was at the point point of no return.
Yeah.
He had no other option. Fuck off. Okay, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but then those same people bitch about him killing Zod in Man of Steel.
I get it, RJ. I get it. But like, what do we do? It was just a contradiction. And this is the thing. I'm not comparing this to Man of Steel at all. I'm comparing this to itself. What would have made this?
No, but it is
film?
a little annoying though. Because like a lot of people who hate the Snyder movies, like that's one of their big things is like he killed Zod at the end of that movie. But then you love this movie where, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
these could have been 2 more opposite movies, Man of Steel and this. I mean, talk about polar opposites. I mean, literally opposites. I don't know, RJ, we talked about this like earlier too. Like another thing I noticed I wasn't a huge fan of is It was very, very reminiscent of like the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I thought like certain scenes,
Plot wise, you mean?
no, well, just certain scenes, you could literally tell that scene is from Guardians. When Mr. Terrific comes in with his balls,
Can
that,
I?
that
Can
was
I?
the
Can I
exact
stab?
Yondu scene.
Can I stab your opinion real
The
quick?
music.
The prison like thing that was Guardians.
So I feel like we're very heavy on stuff like this, and
Yeah.
I'm wary of You're not wrong, but I'm wary
Exact.
of critiquing stuff like this because that's the equivalent of saying that Casino is very reminiscent of Goodfellas.
But like exact
It's
scenes.
the same filmmaker, man.
Exact scenes.
Okay,
It's
fair.
like this
Well,
is
that's
like
the
the same
thing.
scene.
I think that's why I wasn't as disappointed with this movie going in, because I knew, I was like, this is going to be a James Gunn movie, and I'm going to take it at that face value. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
would I have liked him to tone down some of that stuff? Yes, but it had all of his idiosyncrasies, right? He had the dog. He loves having an animal character. Like,
I
you
just
know, he
wish.
loves
I just
having those
wish
snarky
someone.
characters.
You're not wrong. I just wish that someone had. I don't feel like really anybody had their moment. Going back to what you were saying before.
Yeah.
If you want to be funny, be fun. Just make Superman look cool. You know?
Well,
He
sure,
would not
but
have been my pick to make this movie. I think we all agreed that
Yeah.
when it was
right,
announced.
right. And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that given a different script or something that if we remove some of the characters and it really truly was just about Superman and Lex going at it with each other, right?
Yeah.
Personally, I think that it would have been a better film, even with the same cat. Like I love David Corenswet. I thought he looked like Superman. I thought he did
Yeah.
great.
He looks the
Oh,
part.
he's great. Yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about the in jail with the kryptonite and the I can't make a son, but then he makes a son?
Yeah, it was very.
What the fuck? I can't make a son except for the son that
That was
I
a
can make.
very Guardians character too.
Yeah, that was- yeah.
Metamorpho,
I'm
It's
like,
true.
what are we
Yeah.
doing? I just didn't get it. And then,
Seen
and
it before.
the baby.
again, in the beginning with Crypto, when he's doing the Crypto, stop. Like, listen, here's
It's a little much for me.
it
to
was
be honest.
just the dog. I think if we didn't have the dog alone, if you left everything else the same, no dog, I would have been more.
Oh,
okay
because
with
it
the
made
film.
every like scene like.
And I'm a dog guy. I love
I am
dogs.
too. Oh, because it
A
made like every
joke,
scene like
yeah.
a joke. You know?
Because the dog never listened.
I don't.
Yeah.
And the dog never had a moment.
I'm not. Well, I'm not anti-crypto, but like where honestly bothered me the most was the end when he just like starts ripping apart Lex Luthor. I'm like, there's a point where the dog's doing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is
And
what I'm saying.
We're pro dog. You know?
So
Yeah.
and I'm very pro dog.
Pro dog.
Very pro dog.
Love dog.
What I'm not pro is the random bouts of heroism. Either the dog is heroic, police dog style, like a loyal servant to Superman,
Yeah.
who's right by his side. They fly
Like the
together.
wolf in Game of Thrones.
Here we go.
Ghost, you know?
Right. Or he's a dog. He's a disloyal puppy with a lot of superpowers or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But in one scene, you have this chick who throws computer chips at the dog that engulf him.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very easy to capture this dog. At the end of the movie, he attacks Lex Luthor and drags him around and flies him
Computer
around and
chips.
flips him up in the air and everything else. I'm going, okay, so which one is it? Is it a different fucking dog?
Wait.
Or is a dog just choosing to
I
listen?
kind
then?
of. No, go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about like the CGI?
I
like-
hated it. I hate the
Yeah.
CGI. But
Yeah.
I also went into it
Oh,
knowing
the
that, like,
CGI on the dog though, I thought was pretty good.
you did? I look like a cartoon to me. It looked like
The whole
little
movie
bit.
looked like a PlayStation 2 game.
it
To be honest,
did look very gamey, and I think I noticed it first when they were doing the bubble, the balls in the air.
balls.
That scene, although it was a cool scene where they're beating people up and all this other stuff, and Mr. Terrific's flying around, I don't know. It just didn't feel like a
Well,
Superman.
for me, it was
movie.
like when the big, the little like Goomba, whatever the Gremlin thing was like big. You know what I mean? That's very,
Yeah.
you know,
What
that's
are we
very like
doing?
CGI. I
And
don't know.
What did you guys?
I wish they would focus on
To be expected, but
one element. The thing leaves and they go, it'll get bigger. The next scene,
I
it's
like-
60 feet tall.
I love that guy, the big dude who's like, it'll get bigger.
Yeah.
He had some good lines. I don't know why.
It'll get bigger.
I think we need more of him. He was a good guy, a jolly guy.
right.
You know, he was a
What did you guys think? I think the biggest like mythology switch up in this movie was
Mm.
probably the Jor-El stuff. What did you guys think of that?
oh, yeah,
Bradley
yeah,
Cooper?
You know, changing Jor-El's like mission for him, because
I feel like it didn't land.
Previous movies, that's not his
Of
intention.
course, that's not his intention. His intention is to save his son. I don't necessarily dislike that aspect of it. My problem is there were so many plot lines, and you had so many main characters and so many superheroes that the Jor-El thing kind of falls on deaf ears to me. It's
I'm
like,
with you. I think that should have been the crux of the whole movie.
oh my God, that would have been great.
Yeah,
what
kinda-
a
It
cool
does kind of
story.
lose itself.
It kind of came and went.
I want to see not necessarily dark, okay? It doesn't have to be dark, but like very similar to Peacemaker. You have the father who's like a white supremacist, crazy Nazi guy, and Peacemaker who, although douchey and although sarcastic, really does like to do the right thing. And part of Peacemaker's struggle is separating himself from his father's white supremacist bullshit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay?
Well,
That's
Jonathan
a
has
great
that great
character.
line.
It's a great character.
Jonathan has the great line where it's like, I don't think it's what the message means, more what you thought it meant. You know, that's important. And I wish that was the whole
Yeah,
you know?
but like that
Yeah.
inner conflict of I would have loved to have seen Superman have to deal with the conflict of what he thought the message was and what the message really was.
Yeah.
And that could have been a 2-hour movie in and of itself.
That could have been the whole crux of like the whole
No,
movie.
I think I liked it, and I thought they should have went into it more.
Yeah.
Shout out Bradley Cooper.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
girl from Westworld, right?
So I like Russell Crowe still.
No, Russell Crowe's the man. His narration,
Yeah.
Kal-El, you know, it's come on.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Listen, I don't know. I think all in all, the movie, like, it is what it is. It's a superhero movie. I just don't think that it's fair to call it Superman because I wouldn't care as much about the additional character. I think it would have been funny and very James Gunn style if the whole movie is Superman only. And in the last couple of scenes, Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and everybody else show up and everything's been taken care of. And they're like, well, fuck me then. I guess I'll go home. That would have been very James Gunn. Funny moment. They didn't do that. It was a movie
I mean, it
about
seems like we all
superheroes.
agree he wouldn't have been our pick, correct? To direct it.
Right. And I don't think like Nolan would have been my pick either, personally.
The Russo brothers.
Too dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I
Russo
think you
brothers
need
would be
someone
good.
like this is like I'm not saying him specifically, someone in his style like Spielberg.
Yes.
'Cause Spielberg to me balances that so perfectly.
That's a good point.
Yeah. The other
That
thing
childlike stuff with the serious.
not to star in it. Hear me out. Not to star in it, but if he could direct it or if he had creative control over it in some way, I think I wanted fucking Tom Cruise. I wanted like
Now we're talking.
I'm not
now
kidding.
we're talking.
When I was going to this, because this is what I believe personally, and let me tell you something, David Corenswet, this message is directly to you. I think you were fantastic, sir. And by the way, on a personal level, I totally agree with you with the way that you say that people should watch Star Wars. I totally agree with your take. Love you.
Wait, what did he say?
Oh yeah, he's got some good Star Wars takes.
He has great Star Wars takes. The guy is actually.
Wait, what did he
he's
say?
Very,
What did he
he's a
fucking say
very
about
cool
Star
guy.
Wars?
Did you see they asked him? They said, "Would you rather be in Superman 2 or at a star or be a Jedi?" And he said a Jedi.
Oh, I like that.
He seems like a cool dude.
No, he's David
You know?
Corenswet was very cool.
I think
Very cool, very classically well trained actor, very good.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
on
Henry,
top,
but,
he says that you should watch Star Wars, episode 4. If you're okay, so
for
if
the
you're-
first time, I'd never
if
seen
you're
it.
you've never seen it.
I
I'm
understand.
showing you Star Wars.
Yes, I understand.
He says the way that I should present Star Wars to you is episode 4, episode 5, episode 1, 2, 3, and then end with episode 6.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
that's the splice cut.
You,
Yeah,
you get into it, you go back, you learn the story, and then you finish with the all-encompassing.
because it's like right when you
I think it's
find out
brilliant.
Vader is his father, you go
You
back.
still get
to
that. You
figure out
still get
how.
that big
Yeah.
twist because
You get
because
the
the
big
only
twist.
thing is if you start from the prequels, you don't get the ultimate twist that Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
Right,
which is
right,
like
right.
which is like the twist of like every movie of all. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm your father. You know what I mean?
Right,
You don't get
right.
that.
So you get you a
he's
4,
a big
5.
Qui-Gon fan.
Yeah,
like
big Qui-Gon.
I like this David Corenswet.
I knew you would. Dude, I've loved this guy for years.
You know,
I
I
thought
like
he was
this guy.
I think he's amazing. I think he's really going to be a huge, like the next Clooney. I'm telling you, because these people are going to fucking die. You need a new, no, I'm just being, we all are, right? So you need that next generation of like kind of stardom
keep it
a little
coming.
bit.
Millie
Corenswet's, he's going to be just fine. You know what I mean? Like he'll
That would
be
be
up
good.
there. He's a leading man. I think he did great in this. I think given under the circumstances, he looked the part. But I wanted Top Gun Maverick in a cape. That's what I was going
Exactly.
to the theater
Yeah.
for.
Exactly.
I was really hoping for, and personally, and this is not necessarily a political thing, But I think that we need something unifying as a country. We need something that's like America first. It's a bird. It's a this is the biggest fucking issue with this movie to me. It's the smallest thing, and I'm pissed about it. I'm not kidding. I don't care what you do with the other characters. I want a guy in a suit running down the street in slow motion, grabbing the shirt.
You need that shot.
Ripping it
Oh
open.
yeah, we never saw
I
that.
want
That's a good
telephone
point.
booth jiggling, and Superman flies out. I didn't get any of that, and I'm fucking pissed
crazy.
about it.
We didn't get it.
I didn't like that at all.
I didn't like it.
I didn't think of that.
If you were asked me to recap this movie in one sentence, I talked with Eden after. I think she put it perfectly. Not the best superhero movie ever, but it was fun.
It was fun. It was okay.
Yeah.
Would I go back? See, here's the thing. This is what I wanted.
No, I'm not going to watch it again.
This is what I wanted.
Nope.
I wanted to say, Matt, we got to come back and watch this again.
You think that's why I started Mission Impossible? Like, fuck, I got to see this shit again. That was awesome.
There were 4 of us who walked in open-eyed,
Dude, we were excited.
bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed.
Dude,
Let
me,
me
you,
tell
Jacob, Curreri, we're like, all right, let's go. Let's get this shit.
Did
you know?
Jacob not like it?
No, but we walked out of the
Christian
theater.
hated it.
I gotta tell you the truth. I walked out of that
Christian hated it
theater,
more
or
than
all
anyone.
4 of us walked out of that theater in silence.
Yeah.
There
I'm
was
surprised Jacob didn't like it.
No,
'Cause
Jacob-
to me, it was a Marvel movie.
Jacob
Like,
gave it a
would've
B
fit
minus.
into the Marvel.
Jacob,
you know.
Jacob said it was fine. Jacob gave it a B minus, and Christian. I asked Christian, "What do you think?" He goes, "I don't fucking know." I hated it.
It was weird. Like, honestly, it was a kind of a weird feeling walking out of that theater. And I'm going to say this, across the board, all of the audience members. And
Well, except the guy next to Jacob. That guy went home. That guy went home to his wife. He goes, "Babe, that was the best movie I've ever seen in my life." That guy had a great.
That guy went home to his wife and said, "Babe, put this cape on real quick.
Yeah,
I think this will help us in the bedroom."
I could hear him from like 3 seats down. He goes, "This movie's fucking hilarious."
Yeah,
Out loud to like everybody.
He was very.
The guy was easily pleased.
Commentary was prevalent.
Yeah,
I'll say
That guy's sitting at home, like, still thinking about the jokes,
No,
laughing.
he literally is.
by himself.
He's like at the office. He goes, "Oh, it's a great line."
Yeah, you're in. He got the
You're in.
haircut. He got the haircut.
That
The
guy had a
next
good
day,
time.
totally changed his life.
I was going to say one thing we missed before we wrap it up. I am excited, I think, for Supergirl.
I like
I
Millie
like that little
Alcock.
snippet of her. What do
Did
we
we
think?
like that she's just this drunk, like, teenage thing that kind of shows up and
But you know,
whatever
I'm
else?
fine being like whatever jokey, like Supergirl. Like if that's what they want to do in
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
fine with me.
It seems like James Gunn maybe should have made that movie.
That's what I'm saying. And I like Millie Alcock. I loved her from House
Yeah.
of the Dragon. So if that's what they're gonna do with her, I'm fucking for it. you
Yeah.
know?
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I like her.
I
I think
liked-
it would have helped if she picked up the dog halfway through the movie.
Yeah, probably.
You know,
Probably.
but
I
but
just
then
I
I
just
guess
feel like
people would have been like, "Oh, well, I don't know."
I guess this movie, all in all, at the end of the day, and we can go around and give like a grade or a rating or whatever. I would say in closing that Superman by James Gunn was 5 movies in one. I personally, I'm gonna go C minus, maybe D plus, but I'm gonna go C
We go in
minus.
letters. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like this
I'll go
letter.
C
I'm
minus.
gonna let RJ go.
RJ, what do you think?
Your
Your final take and a
think,
grade. Final take and a grade.
I think I'll agree with Jacob with a B minus.
Or was it skip the final take? Okay. So is we have
What?
I'm gonna
no,
go-
I said give your final take and a grade. Like you're in
Oh,
closing.
my final take.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think overall, I had a fun time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Definitely was a James Gunn movie. Wish it wasn't, but I think I just wish it focused more on Superman and Superman and Lois. I think overall, that's my biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
B
I'd agree with you. I'll probably give it C minus. It was fine. Like I didn't dislike it. It was fun, but definitely probably will never watch it again. And wish they made Superman, like do something, like win and not, get his ass beat the whole movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say too, it didn't like totally like. I'm still excited for this
Yeah, I know.
this universe. Like it wasn't like to the point where I'm not excited for the new DC, but I definitely wish they would have maybe hit it out of the park more.
Like if somebody asked me, "Yo, Matt, do I gotta see the superhero movie?" I would say, wait till streaming.
Yeah, that's
I would
annoying.
say wait till streaming.
So here's my issue, RJ, and again, I don't want to go on and on. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I don't mind the universe. I like Peacemaker. Okay,
I can't wait for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I like this stuff. I like, okay, you got me. Like, I went to me.
We spent $20.
I went to the theater to watch a superhero movie. Like, you sold me with the trailer. But I didn't go to the theater to watch a superhero movie. I went to the theater to watch a Superman movie. And I didn't get that. I got a movie that had Superman in it, but it was about Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Lois, the kid from Righteous Gemstones, who I love. I thought he was actually very funny. I love his personality. I think he's great.
I think we've still yet to see the perfect Superman movie.
Yeah, and I don't think it, but this is the thing. I feel like it's they overcomplicate this shit for reasons unknown.
Dumb it down.
For reasons unknown. I think it would be better if you just had Metropolis, Superman's chilling on a cloud, and then a monster comes in, Superman saves the day, Lois falls in love, they spin up into the air, and credits. That's your fucking Superman movie, and I feel like it's really not that difficult to do, and people would be able to follow it and understand it and go, I want to be like that guy, but I want this is what I want. Future directors of the world. Here's what I'm looking for in the next Superman movie franchise, whoever creates it, that's not James Gunn. I want shirts ripping open. I want people in fedoras pointing up in the street going, it's a bird, it's a plane.
Here he is.
I want Lois. I want more of the Daily Planet.
Yeah,
I want spinning newspaper headlines to hit the screen. You know what a good superhero movie is that feels great and is like traditional Americana to me? I'm not kidding.
What?
The Incredibles.
Okay.
I love The Incredibles.
Everyone does.
I love The Incredibles. I think it's a great way to portray a cinematic universe with a ton of different characters, focus it in on one thing, and make it fucking work. That's a work of art, that movie, I feel.
It's a great movie.
This one, compared to The Incredibles, not that great. Not that great. It was okay. It was okay. It was okay for streaming.
Yeah.
Okay? It was okay for playing a game on your phone while this is on in the background. This was not, I wanted to leave the theater saying, where do I get a cape? How do I get a cape to wear on the movie mob? I'm not in a cape.
Definitely prefer his, Guardians movies, to be honest. And even like Peacemaker to this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. C-. You said you C-, and we got a B- over here. So the average would be C.
Jacob B-. Christian probably give it an F.
Yeah. That's it. That's how it goes. And I just feel like I got agita now. Like, I just feel like, all right, we did that.
That's nice. I'll get it out. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to run out of the theater. Like,
hey, but listen. Hey. But listen. We got the Odyssey, though. And that shit's going to bang. You know?
I hope.
Shooting Dune 3 right now. Batman 2 going into production.
It will.
Yeah. Come on.
Odyssey's
all right.
Yeah. No, we got the Odyssey will be coming up. Just a different vibe, though. It's not
different
superhero.
Vibe.
It's
we're going to war.
Yeah, right.
I like that
That's
shit.
Right. And I think you should come in full Roman regalia or Greek, whatever it is.
We could make that happen.
I think you should. I'll get you the outfit.
Dress like Odysseus.
I think you look just like Odysseus.
Yeah.
I'll come in as a Cyclops.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, come on, man.
I'll come in as a Cyclops.
He could play the young version in Troy.
He really could.
There we go.
We should make something like that, RJ, like a little, you got to move back. But
Troy.
We should make something with Matt while he looks like this. If we wait 20 years, he won't look like this anymore. We won't be able to do it.
Wait 3 years.
Yeah.
We should have him with a spear and a shield and like a thing. Great. If you want us to make a movie about Matt as Troy or as Alexander the Great or something.
Oh, I like Alexander.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, yeah. You could definitely.
He was good at what he did.
You got to make him blonde, though.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
That's okay.
We'll do what we can. Let's put you out in the sun a little while.
No problem with me.
Please stand up.
That's what I'm doing today.
Movie Mob premieres. Leave your comment down below really quick. Leave a comment down below. I want to hear your takes on this. Are we crazy? Are we overthinking it? Did James Gunn overthink it? Do you agree with the grade? Give us your take. Did you watch the new Superman? Did you waste your money? Do you feel like it was money well spent?
We saw F1 and said,
Yeah.
Did you not see F1, Matt?
I didn't. It was either this or F1, so.
Yep.
Poor
choice.
Yeah, probably. If I could rewind time, Doctor Strange.
If you could fly around the world in reverse.
If I could do the time stone.
There you go. I think it works.
Yeah.
That's great. Movie Mob premieres every Friday, 6 p.m. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue making great content like this and shitting on movies that we don't like and praising movies we do.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Matt. You got anything else?
God bless.
That's right, RJ. Take it away.
How you doing?